Even though we're already into a new month, it's never too late to start something new, especially if it benefits you. Let's welcome JaNae Harrison, a life coach and a wellness event planner, to the chatter. Welcome, JaNae.
Hello. What a title. This is so exciting. I want to hear all about it.
I'm excited
So you
to
and
be
I
here.
had talked back in November, and then we saw each other at the Utah Moms Favorite Things Expo.
Yes.
You and Angie were both there. And I love that you also reminded me then that you work with youth.
Yes,
Teens. So
yeah.
I love that. So you kind of have a lot of different arms.
I do.
Which we're probably not all aware of. So
So tell us about you and what you do.
Yeah, and then we'll jump into that.
It started with I love people, and I worked in customer service for 20 years with a family business. But then I really wanted to do something on my own. But again, I love people, I love customer service. I ended up at Spanish Fork High School. So I was a student advocate there. I actually also worked in the finance office. And that's where I kind of remembered like my love for teaching, for the youth, and all of this. So I'm currently in school in psychology, but I did a life coaching school so that I could start immediately. And I just felt the need to offer, especially the youth, something more than what they're getting out of their high school education, as far as with the mental health help. They need more.
We all do.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
I agree.
And I love that with life coaching, I'm not going to diagnose you or prescribe medicine, but I can help with anything, anxiety, depression, anything that you're dealing with. Because I feel like all of us, we don't really see ourselves clearly. We kind of need someone to hold up that mirror, help us see where our blind spots are. So that's what I love to do. I love to help people get past anything that they're stuck with or struggling with.
So staying with the youth, what age group is that?
I've seen as young as 8 years old
Okay.
up to like adults. I see adults as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And is it just girls or men?
I've seen men and boys too.
And then my next question, sorry, I will let you talk.
No, you're fine. You go.
Where do you
So I have a
meet?
home office.
Okay.
Yep, so I see clients one-on-one in my home. I actually still substitute teach at the high school, which is so fun because then I still get to interact with them and kind of
you
find.
love that.
Yeah. So that's really
And
good.
is your home in Spanish Fork?
It is.
Okay.
Yep, so I've got a website.
So what's your long-term goal with, you said you're in school, so
Yeah.
what does that look like for you?
The psychology and the teaching part. So I would like to teach high school psychology. and
You
then-
love the youth.
I
You
do.
truly do.
Yeah, I do. It's weird.
They
Some
got
people are
someone
like
in their corner, and
Yeah.
that's so
that's
awesome.
exactly.
Right.
And they need
Really.
that. I feel like sometimes they get a bad rap, and I see that there's so much potential. They're brilliant. They just want to be
They are.
seen and they want to be understood.
Well, and even in their developmental stage, you know, you'll probably learn some of that, where that matters, you know, how they're capable of thinking through things versus adult brain is so different.
Right.
And we discount that. We're like, why are you so, I mean, my son right now is like, he wants this new fancy sports car, and I'm like, are you going through like a mid-teenage crisis right now? Like, what, where did this come from? And he's just, it's just funny to me, but just understanding like how their brains work a little bit more is so important to recognize. Like, you know, my daughter, I could be like, oh, look, there's some cute guys, I'm gonna honk. Because I know, but she's just uber like sensitive. No, mom, no! Like she just cried because of
like,
how
"No, I'm honking."
because of how their teenage brains work. And I know that, and I a little bit. It's kind of a fun thing I like to do. But I didn't really honk, but I love just getting her riled up a little bit. But yeah, it does. It matters, and you'll be able to see that and help them.
And you mentioned something good with her being like uber sensitive. I think they're all have like a heightened level of awareness because everything is broadcast. And I even experienced that at the high school. You would not believe how many times I'm substitute teaching and my son gets a snap of a picture of me. Like, look, there's your mom. So this happens all day long with the kids. They're taking pictures, they're sending them. Anything you do is on display at all times. So they're just constantly like aware.
If you put your
and
arm in a
anxious.
different position.
I just heard Governor Cox on the radio. He's giving his speech, and he was saying how they want to try and get phones out of the schools.
Yeah.
And
Just
help
give
with
them a
mental
break
health.
and let them just be
I agree.
safe in that
Yeah.
space. I do too.
I wonder how that will look.
I don't know. It's like,
So
But I
JaNae,
agree.
moving from the kids,
Yes.
you offer event wellness.
Yes.
up at a
classes?
place
Oh,
that
yeah.
we just were able to go see.
Deeply rooted.
Yes.
Is it not
We
the
love
best?
It is darling.
So cute.
It's amazing. And I
Yeah.
can imagine these two going hand in hand.
It's so beautiful how it's come together. Everything they believe in is everything I believe in, the connection and the deep roots of the community. And I actually, through working at the high school, Heather Bringhurst, one of the owners, that's how we kind of got connected. But she's like, we were thinking of a space for someone to come in, and I was like, I need a space. So I offer sound bath and like gentle yoga.
Oh, I need to do that.
I love to use the different modalities for healing. And you can do that as a life coach. So
What's the sound bath? I've not heard of
the
that.
crystal
Yes.
bowls. Yeah.
The bowls where you
Yeah.
Is that
Yes.
like similar?
Like
I've seen this
yoga-ish?
thing where they're like ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they have some of those things. That I
Yes.
was like, oh.
So you learned how to use those.
Yes, I'm certified in
amazing.
sound healing.
So did you do that up at Deeply Rooted?
We've done it once.
Okay.
And then we're doing it again in February.
Oh, I need to go.
So every third Monday, 7 o'clock,
We need to write
Deeply
that down.
Rooted. We only have 15 spots available. So it'll come up on our social media. You got to hurry and sign up.
hurry.
And then again, each month is something rooted in wellness. Whether it's a sound bath or gentle yoga or learning a new skill or stress management. I'm huge. Everybody needs more stress management tools, teens and adults.
Yeah.
So
and
that's
how much
really
is
my
that to
focus.
sign up for one of those?
$35.
That is not
We
bad.
always have a drink and a treat, and
Okay,
maybe a
and-
healthy treat, but we have
and
one.
like an hour, 2 hours.
About 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what
Yep.
time do those start?
7.
Perfect.
So 7
Yeah.
to 9.
Yep.
Okay.
Every third Monday.
And JaNae, tell everyone, what is your best way to get a hold of you? Is it Instagram?
Sure. Or my website, J Harrison Coaching.
J.
So just the
Just the letter
initial.
J.
Yep.
Okay.
I just
J
feel like you're
Harrison
just a
Coaching.
woman of like all trades, like
I
anything
love it all.
right?
I love event planning, so I really have come into that market. I'm doing
Okay.
a teen event in February 22nd. It's a teen empowerment workshop. I've got multiple speakers coming, teach about stress management, goal setting.
Ooh, I love that. And where is that? And how
So
do they
we're
sign up?
holding this at a studio in Salem. It's called the Way Back Studio. Same thing, you can sign up on my social media or my website.
And is that 13 to 18, or you could?
I said teenager, but if someone contacted me and was like, hey, my 8-year-old wants to come, I would totally allow that.
If they need it, then
and
they
how
get
would
it.
you determine if your teen should go? Is it?
I think
do you wait till there's?
everyone-
Okay,
no,
so
everyone
you don't need to
needs
wait
it.
till they're like, oh, they're doing poor
Give them
in
the
school and-
tools, like
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
even, right? It becomes
Yeah.
something big.
And I do think like in high school, they've got health class and they've got some information there. The problem, I think, is like the delivery. They're just not paying attention because it's school and it's boring.
boring.
It's not cool.
Yeah.
And some of them need a hands-on thing. Like
Yeah.
you're saying, if you did yoga, if you do just something outside of the box than just from a book in
Yep.
a lecture.
It's got to be entertaining.
Yeah.
I can do entertaining, so.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I don't know if you know Ashley Stratton and Lexi Jex,
Yes, we
but
do.
they're the speakers as well. So
Oh,
they're
awesome.
phenomenal, and
Now,
the three
Ashley's
of us.
sister Lexi,
Yeah.
but she lives in Texas.
She's coming in for this event.
Oh my gosh, and Ashley is
We've had her,
on
right?
here regularly.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
an amazing speaker.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, awesome.
So what is one of the best things or greatest things or heartwarming thing that you have done so far with all this?
I really think it's the connection with like being with women or teens and being able to not only relate to them, because I feel like I've had a lot of life experience, I've had chronic anxiety, so to sit with people and feel them, but also I'm doing my own work, so to be in that space where I'm like, I've learned some tools that can help. And a lot of the tools are simple and they're free. It's just practicing and the consistency.
Love that.
Can you
sharing
leave
it.
us with one tool?
Breathing. It's my favorite
let's
thing.
do it. What-
Box breathing.
Okay.
So think of a box. You breathe in through your nose for 4. So you're like, hold for 4. Out through your mouth for 4. Like blow it out like you're blowing out a candle. And then hold for 4.
Oh,
So anytime you're stressed,
okay.
and you kind of do it naturally, you know, you're like, but Really
The holding.
think of the box and do that.
Box breathing.
Lowers your heart rate, lowers blood pressure.
There's something really interesting that I learned about because I do therapy here in town and we teach clients breathing. And one thing that I learned is that if you are feeling down, more of like depressive, breathe in and focus more on breathing in bigger, holding that longer. If you have anxiety, let it out slower. There's literally, so the breathing
like that.
in deeper is like waking and getting more oxygen in there, but the letting it out slower is for anxiety.
I love that.
So I mean, the box breathing is good, but then you can add that like, hey, if you're feeling this today, I want you to focus more on the out breath.
Yeah.
Or this more on the in breath.
I want to come and
you. I
I
know,
want to
this
come
is
and
gonna be fun.
experience
Yes,
it.
everybody,
We'll
like,
see
relax.
you at Deeply Rooted.
Okay,
I'm
will.
confident.
Okay,
I wanna get my
please
girls
come.
there.
And joining
Yeah,
us.
thank you for having
Thank
me.
you.